don't even have the space for skepticism or cynicism. This is a public health emergency. It is a matter of life and death. We need to engage every level of government, to engage every tool available.
Look, I agree with Representative Ayanna Pressley about what needs to be done in the wake of Roe v. Wade being eliminated by this out of control Christian radical majority in the Supreme Court. And I specifically wanted to do this segment because I have gotten tweets like this one. I was tweeting, I just want the Democrats to do something. And someone replied to me, do you realize it starts with state legislation? And I don't know that person. I don't know their politics. But there are a lot of people who their knee-jerk reaction to anything bad happening is whatever there's got to be something that means that the Democrats aren't responsible for this, that they don't have to do anything. They can't. I mean, what are you supposed to do? There are all these impediments. There are all these things. Well, no, that like I'm going to assume that you're operating in good faith and reassure you that yes, state legislatures could do a lot and should do a lot. They need to do a lot, but they are hardly the only thing that can be done in the wake of Roe v. Wade being destroyed. Ayanna Pressley, by the way, points out some in her tweet saying, abolish the filibuster and pass the Women's Health Protection Act. So to codify Roe into law. Those are things that the Democrats could do if they wanted to. Joe Biden could declare a public health emergency, and we'll have more on what that could look like, what could be done there. Establish state abortion havens. That is something the federal government could do and state governments can do. You can expand the Supreme Court and reform it massively. And there are high stakes to that. And in addition to what Ayanna Pressley had to say, Senators Warren and I believe, was it Smith? Yes, Warren and Smith, they specifically wanted one of those things to be done, the declaration of a public health emergency, saying, we urge the president in this letter they released to declare a public health emergency to protect abortion access for all Americans, unlocking critical resources and authority that states and the federal government can use to meet the surge in demand for reproductive health services. We need access to abortion medication, providing federal resources for individuals seeking abortion care in other states, and using federal property and resources to protect people seeking abortion services locally. Did you know that the federal government owns land in basically every state in America and could set up clinics where people could get access to their reproductive rights, the health care that they need? So they have other ideas as well. But there are a lot of things that Joe Biden has to do in the wake of what happened, Francesca.
Absolutely, and one of them is like sitting down with your boy president, the other president, Joe, and talking to Manchin, and actually putting pressure on him, something he's somehow so incapable of doing. Just does not, oh my God, he just crumbles, he's just so charming. Like, you're the president, you're the leader of the party. You absolutely can strong arm Joe Manchin. And if you need Vice President Harris to do it for you, then so be it. Because what we heard from the Build Back Better discussion was that she was very much sidelined on that whole thing and she wanted to go a little bit harder. But the thing I would say is, look to recent history, the vaccine rollout. Look at the testing, which came thanks to Jen Psaki giving the worst answer in response to why don't we just get tests sent to our homes. But we got tests sent to our homes. I sent away, filled out a form, and I got medical devices to test for COVID in the mail. Amazing. What if we did that for Plan C? What if we did that for misoprostol? Where if you need an abortion, God damn it, you send it to ask the government, and we will give it to you. At least try to do that. Yes, the courts will have something to say. A lot of Trump-appointed judges will have something to say. But at least you could help people right now. Clinics are being currently shut down. People were turned away. People with appointments were turned away. So what that could do is just incredible. Obviously, yeah. So I'm just thinking about that because it's COVID is such recent history. And yet, ironically, as I'm on the streets chanting abortion is healthcare, abortion is healthcare, you realize this country not that good with healthcare. No. Generally.
No. And worse, I would say, than we were before the pandemic, because so many Republicans have been convinced that healthcare is a bad thing, that you should not care about it. You shouldn't care about what's happening to other people.
And they've politicized a lot of like state health boards.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.